Hello and welcome to Immortal Behaviour. Andrew Johns alongside me. How are we going, Joey?
4 more sleeps.
Oh my gosh. Until the grand final or until you're on the plane to Indo?
Yeah, 4 more sleeps till I'm on Garuda. Garuda flight. Yeah.
We are looking forward to this though, our grand final edition and our last one for the year of Immortal Behaviour. Looking towards Sunday, what's the weather looking like?
Fine.
Great.
It's going to be warm. At 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, there's going to be a 10-kilometre wind from the north, so hopefully it picks up and keeps all the dew off the surface. And we get a game where everyone's moving the ball, passing the ball, which should be good.
Well, if both teams are playing at their best, surely.
Yeah.
Great referee. I know you're a big fan of Grant Atkins as well.
He was outstanding on the weekend. Late in the game, the last 15, 20 minutes, I reckon I counted about half a dozen times when if he was being pedantic, he could have blew a penalty.
Yeah.
And he held his nerve.
Yeah.
And at the end, the best team won. So Grant, good luck. First grand final.
This will be
I think
his
it's
first.
his first
Yeah,
one.
this will
So
be his
yeah, I think
first.
it's overdue.
Well
I think
deserved.
he's a really good referee. I think he has a great feel for the game. I reckon he would have played a lot when he was young because he gets a feel for the game. Nothing against the other referees, but some of the younger ones coming through. Todd Smith, I like him, the ginger. I think he's a really good referee.
Because he's a ginger?
Nah.
That just helps.
No, I like the way he referees. Just trying to think at the top of my head. There's some really good young referees coming through. So Grant, well done.
Yeah, good stuff. Before we get into obviously the big GF, what's one moment that you really enjoyed throughout the season in the
There's
game?
2 I can't split. The one out at Madge, they call it the miracle at Madge.
Yeah.
Was the KO Weeks try in Golden Point. Ethan Strange ran 60. And I can't top that. I can't split the Adam Reynolds kick the other day at Suncorp. Bit of a redemption. He missed that kick in the grand final. That was during COVID against Penrith. It kissed the upright. The upright. But I just thought, game on the line and the atmosphere. Someone asked me what it was like. I said it was as loud as Origin, but it was a different atmosphere because it didn't have the hate.
Yeah.
Origin, you got that hostile hate up there, where it was more celebration, the cheer. And when he kicked that goal, he hit it that pure. It actually went both ways. He hit it that sweet. And the reaction of the crowd.
So
Something
good,
I'll remember forever.
How cool that, and they stayed there for so long too after the game. Like they were just genuinely pumped.
Yeah, I was pumped because we got out of there quickly. We were in the airport in 15 minutes.
Because they all stayed inside of the stadium, so you could leave.
But it was a great day. It was a really great day. I've got to say the semi-final series has been the best. Been the best by a mile.
You're a big fan of the Sunday games?
I love it.
Yep.
Probably going against the Channel 9 status quo, but I think we should have a grand final daytime. And I reckon the ratings have showed that. The game in Canberra, Brisbane-Canberra, the ratings are off the charts, and then the game against Penrith. Although I think all the ratings are up 30%.
Yeah, it's massive.
Just goes to show how much the game is flying. So, well done to everyone involved, especially the commentators.
Especially myself.
Yeah.
Nice one. All right, let's move on to the grand final. Broncos taking on the Melbourne Storm. Are you still thinking it'll pan out the same way? What are your thoughts at the moment? We're getting a little bit closer.
I've been tipping the Storm all year.
Yep.
I just think what happened last year would have really hurt them. I understand. I was talking to someone from within the camp. They said from day one, last year, whenever it was, October or whatever, when they got in, it burnt in everyone's stomach from last year, and there was a bit of a change in the off-season. So I think the Storm can win. Just.
Yeah, it'll be close, right? What about how big the influence and the inclusion of a well-rested, mind you, Paddy Carrigan is coming back for the Broncos? How big's that?
Well, I had a look at some of the tries that were scored against Canberra late when Reece obviously put a clinic on. And he was involved in 2 of those. He plays that link role in the middle of the field. Adam Reynolds likes to get down that right side and holds the right side. So Paddy Carrigan there will free up the left side of Reece and Ezra when he comes on. So big in for Paddy, and does a lot of work. A lot of work.
Both sides also know what it feels like to lose to Penrith. I know that they're the most recent loss, the Melbourne Storm, but which team do you think will have learnt more from their grand final loss?
Oh, Brisbane, without a doubt. Okay. They had that one. At one stage with 20 to go, I thought, I think myself and Cameron Smith were calling, and off camera we're like, they're going to put 50 on.
Yeah.
Because that's how it felt. And then Nathan, doing what Nathan does best, he put that clinic on, the best 20 minutes by a halfback in any big game I've seen. So I reckon they would have learnt a hell of a lot from that.
Do you think you can even just tell their last couple of games they've come from behind and the way that they've sort of stuck in games, absorbed defence when they've taken their opportunities? Do you think that's just them building that kind of confidence and doing it differently, I suppose?
I think a little bit. I think the influence of Michael Maguire has been massive. Without doubt, we all know how hard he's trained players. He's been known to be a tyrant. They just, he absolutely flogs them. There's taught that there's vomit buckets there, which happens at every club.
Love that, yeah. Who isn't spewing? Yeah.
But without his influence and out there, without that fitness space, which they got through in the summer, they wouldn't have won those games in the semi-finals, especially the one at Penrith. The stats at half-time, they made 70 extra tackles. By the stats, they should not have won that game.
And then they just pull it out, like they find that extra gear, that extra win. They have been unbelievable.
Payne Haas.
I don't even know if he's human. I highly doubt it, to be honest.
Yeah, that on the weekend was, we all sort of watch him. On the weekend, I'm just watching him, and then I'm looking at his stats as I'm calling. I'm going, this is impossible. Then Nathan goes for the 2-point field goal. Who's there?
I know.
Payne Haas. I'm like, mate, you're not human.
And his ankle, his ankle is not anywhere near 100%. Like, he can throw that into the mix.
And he's born in Woodbury, which is in the coalfields, which
Doesn't
is
that
right
hurt?
next to Newcastle. Payne, come home.
Come home.
Yeah.
Come home. Let's stick to Michael Maguire. Do you think if he wins this grand final, this is his greatest achievement?
No. I think his greatest achievement was getting South over the line. Now, they haven't won a competition in 43 years. So I reckon that'd be number one.
Yep.
This would be a shandy behind it. For such a huge club, they haven't won a competition since 2006, which is incredible because they're the wealthiest club in the competition. Big junior base, big brand. I'd go South number one, develop Print second if Brisbane do win, and then you're probably going to New Zealand. Yep. Record win, record score against Australia in the final at Pac Champs 2 or 3 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah,
and then Origin. But South number one.
He's got a pretty incredibly resume, doesn't he?
Wigan, he had great success at Wigan.
Also, it's those big games, like getting his team to where he is now.
He gets them ready to play.
He understands it, he gets them up.
He trains them that hard, gets the steel in them, and then they win.
They've certainly bought in. What about on the flip side, Craig Bellamy, if he wins this one, does he go down as the greatest coach of all time?
Oh, he's the greatest coach. I've been saying it for probably the last half a dozen years. Without doubt, he's the greatest coach. If you have a look at his record, especially at the Storm, especially with the players they've turned over, you know what I like about it? If you have a look when Cameron, Cooper and Billy were playing together, how they play now is unrecognisable. So he evolves, he changes with his personnel. Some things don't change, his principles around the defensive side of things. Without doubt, the greatest coach of all time.
What about aside from that? I know you know Bellyache on a more personal level as well. Evolving the game and all the rest of it has worked wonders. But what about him personally? Like, what do you like and buy in about Craig Bellamy as the person?
Look, he's very honest. He's very similar to Madge in a way. Well, Madge did his apprenticeship under him. I don't think he'd be as intense as Madge. He would have been early. I think he's eased off a little bit in his intensity. I just like his honesty. Yeah. The way he cares for his players and the love he has for his players, how much he loves the club down there in Melbourne. I just hope he just continues to go on and on. I remember talking to him a couple of years ago and he's going to retire. So what are you retiring for?
Why?
You don't surf? You don't play golf? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I said, next year you retire and you're sitting there and you're bored out of your brains and Melbourne lose 4 or 5 in a row. What are you going to think? He goes, yeah, you're right.
It's true though, like as long as he's continuing to do what he does, which is see the game as clearly, if not clearer than anyone, evolve his coaching strategies. He's obviously got his players to buy in. Why?
Keep going.
Why?
Keep going. Yeah.
Squeeze in those summer holidays.
Yeah.
You can go to Europe when you start losing the plot.
He goes to the Goldie, I think. I think his daughter's in Coolangatta. She's got a little bubber. He loves going up there.
Yeah, he loves his grandkids.
So maybe you get a board, long board. Go and surf snapper. Drop in on all the Queenslanders.
They'll accept it. Let's talk about the game and the Melbourne Storm. Obviously, their spine is elite.
Yeah.
But if you had to narrow it down, who holds the key between Munster? You've got Hughes. You've got Paps. You've got Harry.
Okay, I've got Grant number one, Harry Grant, because it all starts from him from dummy half. number 2, I've got Jahrome Hughes, because he's the big organiser. Does a fair bit of the kicking. Number 3, I've got Munster, which is surprising, but Munster, he's that ad-lib sort of player. And then I've got the last link is Pappenhausen. He links them all together, and he's that final wave of attack, of support around those 3. So, yeah, Harry 1, Jahrome 2. I've got to say, Jarome's effort the other week.
Wasn't that insane?
Part of me was like, you broke your arm, broke your wrist, whatever it is, you got a shoulder, you need a Rico. He's going for a Rico.
Yeah.
I'm like, mate, you can't even beat 75%. In the back of my mind, I was thinking, this is a bit selfish from Jahrome.
Right.
Blew him away. And that great try.
He made a statement with the try, didn't he?
Did he?
It was his bad arm that he fended.
Fended off, yeah. So Jahrome, take my hat off to. Yeah. Harry 1, Jahrome 2, Munster 3, Paps 4.
What about the running game at the 2 halves in particular? Like Jahrome being there, we got to see Money run even more, like be even more, threatening.
Now that try to Xavier Coates in the second half pretty much won him the game.
Yep.
Munster takes a hit up, 2 markers on the ground, Harry out, boom, 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 try in the corner.
Yeah, because usually it's a fullback, like in the game at the moment. That's the way sort of they do it. They try and get that. They try and get the quick, play the ball and generate. But Money's like, nah, I got this for you.
It was very hard at this level, especially in night games, to pass your way to victory. Yeah. And Munster knows that, and Craig Bellamy knows that. They were thinking run first and just straight through the middle.
But explain to everyone how Jahrome Hughes gives that kind of ability for Cameron Munster to play that style of footy. Up.
So Jahrome, he rallies his forwards. He's getting his forwards in the right area. He's communicating to Harry. He's calling the plays, and Munster just buzzes around and he's looking up and he's looking for little indicators. Markers down, markers tied, first defenders off the ruck, under fatigue or wide or loose, and he's watching that. It's combinations. Jahrome Hughes, he compliments Harry. Jahrome compliments Munster, and them 3 complement Pappenhausen.
Yeah.
Combinations.
So good.
And have a look at those 4. You look at other teams in the semis who haven't got those sort of X-factor players, and I'm probably talking the Bulldogs, I'm talking the Sharks.
Yep.
They stand out. Those key players, at their very best, can probably put an 8 out of 10 in big games. Those 4, they can do 10 out of 10s.
Yeah.
The other night, pretty much Harry, Munster and Jahrome, they were 9 out of 10s, Pappenhausen 8. That's the difference, big game players in the key positions.
Do you also think if the Melbourne Storm win, or even if they don't, just the way that Cameron Munster's been playing his footy this year, the way he led Origin, do you think he's probably at his best at the moment from what you've seen, or...?
Yeah, it's hard to sort of think.
It's also hard because they haven't all been together the whole year, have they?
Was it the year that they won it? Was that during COVID? When he pretty much... Origin was at the end of the year.
Yes, yeah, it was.
And he begged to have a few more days on the drink. He turned it at the camp. He was just hung monkey. And I thought, oh, here we go. He's going to have a shit series. He shoots the lights out.
Blew him away.
He
is very fit this year.
Yeah, he looks fit and focused.
Well, he got challenged. You know what?
I know in American football, they call it gridiron, NFL, they have this stat is when players have young kids.
Yeah.
And how it settles them down a bit.
Perspective.
Sort of settles down Munster. I think he's got 2 little bubbers now. Yeah, not really. But you think back, it slows you up, it settles you, and then you're getting on in your career and you realise it's not going to go forever and you realise how lucky you are. I reckon that's happened with him, maybe a little bit. Who would know?
Great character. He's actually a champion bloke.
He's a great
even though he's a Queenslander.
Yeah. Yep.
Good bloke. All right, I'll ask you the same about the Brisbane Broncos. Who holds the biggest key there? Is it Reece Walsh, Payne? You think Payne?
Yeah, so with the key players, I've got Payne Haas, number 1. He provide that go forward. Provides a go forward. Does all the cleaning up around the ruck. Chases kick anyway.
That's
we
crazy.
Spoke about him. Adam Reynolds, number 2, with his control and his kicking game. Reece Walsh with the knockout punch, he's number 3. And I've got Ben Hunt, number 4. Ben Hunt's important because he can go from 5'8" to dummy half. We can go even from 5'8" to dummy half, or even that middle forward if there's any injuries. But Payne, number 1. Reynolds and Walsh pretty much tied together. And Hunt 4. Look, if Brisbane win, they do the Clive Churchill medal. Payne Haas is playing $1.01.
He gets it every day of the week, doesn't he?
Unless Reece does Reece things.
That last 15 minutes against the Canberra Raiders was pretty wild.
Yeah. Considering last weekend, I thought he was quiet actually.
Yeah.
Until late in the game when he laid that try on, which was made for him.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt he kicks. If he gets the goal, he kicks it.
Yeah.
It's made for Reece. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Does Reece stuffs. But he gave it to Adam Reynolds and Renault nailed it. Far out, it's going to be a good grand final.
Isn't it?
You have contrasting styles. You've got the defensive control of Melbourne and they play attack when they get in those positions. And then you got the all-out attack of Brisbane. Far out, it's going to be good. Semi-final series has been unbelievable. Going down to Canberra this year for that Canberra-Brisbane game, I had high hopes. And it blew my expectations. Never seen anything like it. And then we go to Brisbane at Suncorp. It was just unbelievable. I was just sitting there going, how lucky am I to actually be at this stadium?
Yeah.
I'm getting paid to do it. Talking shit.
Anyway. I think we all have the same feelings.
Oh no, it's just sometimes I just get there and I was opening the window and just sitting there as a fan going,
yeah,
this game of rugby league is so good.
The best thing ever.
Yeah.
And we're going to get it on Sunday. Like we know we're going to get it on Sunday, given the teams that are playing.
For sure.
Insane. Do you think Ben Hunt spends a single second of this week thinking about 2015?
I reckon he would.
Yeah.
For sure. You'd probably say no, but I reckon there's some demons there.
Okay.
So,
what's he focusing on then? Like if he is thinking about it, what is it?
I reckon just doing the little things right.
Okay.
I thought late in the game when he went to dummy half, some of his passing was a bit erratic. So he probably, when he does go to dummy half, just nail those passes. Yeah, I'd love to see him win it. Really good fella. Loves the game. Trains hard. So right in the back of his mind, Saturday night he puts his head on the pillow, I reckon he might be thinking about that.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Oh, Dozer. That doesn't worry you?
He's openly said there's some scars there.
Yeah, he has. That's true.
No, not at all. It's extra motivation for him. He's played big games. Charged that ball down in Origin, rents 90. Cameron yelling out, "Go Dozer." See? If I did that, I'd get hammered.
Yeah, you'd be gone.
Not Cameron.
You'd be on a stretcher.
Go Dozer. Oh, geez, that one hurt. Anyway, good luck, Dozer. Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
True. What about Reece Walsh?
I actually sent for Dozer's, I don't know, it was 200th or 200th?
A video.
A video.
I remember you showed me.
So I was going to, I wrapped him up because I love watching him play. And then I got a bit cheeky on it saying, mate, I liked you because you're very similar build to a halfback I used to know, and you got the short legs, a fat ass, and blah, blah, blah. And I went, I'm just trying to think, was I in your hometown, 30 years ago? When they showed it, his mum and dad were in the room. I finished with good luck, son.
Sorry,
anyway,
Mum.
Sorry.
Actually, it's Dad.
So the Hunt family, I was only joking.
Reece Walsh.
That was before the Newcastle game too.
That was funny.
And they went out and put 50 on us.
Yeah, they put you back in your place.
Well done, Dozer. Sorry, the Hunts.
The last 6 weeks, the form of Reece Walsh. Have you been studying it all? Because he hasn't necessarily been playing like that the entire year. We've seen spurts of it.
So I did my award-winning column on Reece.
Another one.
Now in 2023, bear with me here. 2023, he played 22 games. He had an average of 32 touches a game, and he made 53 errors. Now the next year, he only played 14 games. His averages was the same, 32 touches, but his errors come down. He made 32 errors, so 21 less. That's my maths. This year, he's played 20 games, pretty similar to 23. His touches have gone up, 41 a game, compared to 32 and 32. But he's only made 39 errors. So it goes to show more involvement, more responsibility, maturing as a player, less errors. If you go and watch Billy Slater early in his career, Billy had a couple of howlers in him. Yep. But how do you learn? From making mistakes on the field. And he's doing that. He's maturing as a player. You can't have it both ways. You can't have Reece playing and creating and rolling the dice and going all in, and then he makes an error and you're going, why did you do that? Yeah. It's like Sammy Walker. You can't have it both ways. They're going to play like that. You got to cop the errors. Yeah. He's going to win you massive big games. He's going to lose you some. Yeah. But that's Reece. Hopefully he loses some origins moving forward. You still want him in your team every day of the week. Oh, 100%. And with Teddy not going to the Ashes to England. Big opportunity for Reece.
Yeah.
Once again, to elevate himself right up.
Well, he's picked himself the back end of the year, hasn't he?
Yeah, it'll be him and Dylan Edwards going for that position.
Yeah.
But I dare say if he shoots the lights out Sunday night, depending on how Kevy wants to play, but he'll be going on tour.
Alrighty, cannot wait. Honestly, cannot wait. Let's speak about the NRLW Grand Final. Two of the big dogs. We assumed that they'd be in the Grand Final, the Roosters and the Broncos. Who are you tipping? These are two quality football sides.
We knew that it was going to be the Broncos and the Roosters. I watched, was it Friday night up at Gosford?
Yeah, epic game.
The Sharks should have got them.
Yeah.
I think with Taron Aiken, the injury to a dominant half there, they play a different style. Brisbane, daytime, their attack is just lethal, led by the freak at the back, Tamika Upton. Look, I think Brisbane win. I think they win well.
Do you?
Yeah, I think they'll put a score on.
I don't think enough has been spoken about what no Taron Aiken does to a Sydney Roosters side, because she was their general.
She was doing their kicking.
Then Jocelyn Kelleher complemented her. Olivia Koenig plays that lock role, complements her. But you take that big part out, and while Jocelyn Kelleher stepped up,
she's not the
it's a different
player.
It's a different dynamic, isn't it?
Totally different.
Totally
and also
different.
defensively, defending on an edge.
Yeah.
Brisbane, late in the year, I've just been blown away by him. Who was the rookie of the year last night? The young girl. I can't think of the name for Brisbane. The young forward.
Rookie of the year
starts
last
with S.
night. I went out and had a few drinks last night, so I've got some catching up to do.
I can hear that.
No, I am genuinely.
No, Brisbane, such a well-balanced team, so well coached, and Scotty Prince and Tamika Upton. She gets half a chance. That try she scored against Newcastle, it's like a video game.
She's
no one
freaky,
can get a hand on it. So she'll have a big game. I think Brisbane win and win well.
They've got too many points of attack.
Got a good halfback going there next year too.
All right, I wanted to ask you about that. You're disappointed?
Yes.
Just because she's leaving the Newcastle Knights, or what it does to the structure of the competition?
I was quite vocal about a month ago. Was it on this show?
Yeah.
That I don't think they have a hard salary cap like the men do.
There are some loopholes.
There's some loopholes with they get jobs and
they can get jobs at the club.
Anyway.
So yes, correct.
Well, this year you have a look. I think the gulf between the Roosters and Brisbane, even to third and fourth team, was quite large. Let alone right down the bottom.
Yeah.
I know they're losing some players. I think Gail Broughton's going back to the Warriors.
She
is she?
Yeah.
Who else?
They'll be good too. The Warriors, I think, will be really strong.
But Jessie going up there. She's the best young player. You know, I'm the biggest fan. I'm disappointed, but I understand she wants to further her career. She wants to get different coaching. She wants to test herself, probably playing with the best players. But Brisbane will win every game next year.
Honestly.
Anyway, good luck to Jess.
I think the thing that the NRL can look at is doing things a little bit differently. Learning that it hasn't always worked in the NRL. Like you're even vocal about having another couple of NRL teams coming in and what that does to the competition.
The end of next year. Well, next year. No, the year after. 27. We've got 2 more teams coming in. I worry about the depth, and we're going to get 60 more quality players to play in Perth and PNG. My ideal number, I think, eventually is 14, and eventually going to 12 teams in the NRL, but that won't happen. I'd love to see another team at the South Island in New Zealand. Where am I going? I'm just going off on tangents.
Not really sure.
But I think the NRLW, I think we've got to look at keeping this number and not expanding too quick until we get the junior structures in, and we're getting participations through the roof, but it's going to take a bit of time to get those young girls up to NRLW standard. So I think we should put that cap on how many teams are in for another 2.
I reckon,
at least
I honestly
3 years.
I honestly think 5 to 10 years.
5.
Extend the competition, keep the same amount of teams, bring those kids coming through.
Yeah.
They're all just starting to get better coaching and facilities and all the rest of it. They're playing footy right the way through.
Yeah.
I reckon 5 minimum.
The numbers under the age of 12 are huge,
through the
aren't
roof.
they?
It's the fastest growing part of our game, which is so exciting, but we can't lose
So
that.
5 or 10 years, you reckon? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd honestly be happy with 10 as long as we
But
extended the competition.
Getting back to Jess, I wish her well.
Yeah, best of luck. And you can't put it on Jess. Like, go do the best for the football.
100%.
Like, she's doing the right thing for herself.
And Newcastle did everything within their power to keep her, but she wants to move on, a new challenge. So wish you well, Jess. Going to be hard
I'm
to
just
beat
going to
next
cry
year,
about it.
Just going to cry.
All right, so Broncos to win NRLW. I'm going to wrap it up with a couple more for the men's grand final, Broncos and Storm. How the game is won. Take it away.
Well, contrasting styles. If any club or any team or any coach will have a plan to stop Payne, it is Melbourne. They'll have a clear plan how to try to stop him, which for 80 minutes it's probably going to be near impossible. They'll do their best. Look, you got all-out attack for Brisbane up against the defensive structures of Melbourne. I think Melbourne will win. I just think their control around the ruck, especially defensively, I think it'll be too strong. I think they're disciplined too, without giving too many penalties away. The only thing Melbourne need to sort out is their left side defence. The gap between Munster and Jack Howarth have been leaking points, and that's where Reece likes to run the ball. He set that try up on the weekend, the last one. And in round 27, when they smoked him, he scored a try. He went through that gap. So, I just think Melbourne's defence and Melbourne's discipline can get them home.
Okay. 2
points in a
2 points.
Only by 2.
Okay, so I was going to say who. So Melbourne by 2. Who's getting the Clive?
Harry Grant.
Harry Grant.
You know, Harry's never won a comp.
Yeah, it's wild.
Can't believe that.
It's wild.
So
feels like the time's right.
Since Origin, he had a quiet Origin 1, Harry, but then from there he exploded. And then after Origin, there was no Munster, there was no Paps, there was no Jahrome for.
His game went through the roof.
He went 4 man of the matches.
Yeah.
In a row. So yeah, Harry, Clive Churchill.
Can stand up in big games and big moments. Alrighty. Beauty. Can't wait for Sunday.
Can't wait.
Thanks, guys, for joining us, not just on today's Immortal Behaviour, but for the entire season. See you again next year. How good. We've had some fun.
See you in 5 months.